Just after 5:30 on this Tuesday night. Hello, I'm Storm Team Meteorologist Griffin Hardy coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama. We are talking all about Zeta, which is on its way to making landfall tomorrow night in southeast Louisiana. And the track, all that hasn't really changed all that much since yesterday. Still on course to race up to the northeast Thursday morning up into Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina as a tropical storm. We could be talking about 39 plus mile per hour winds here in central Alabama. Power outages likely south of I-20. We'll go over all of Zeta right here for you. So here we go. So Tropical Storm Zeta, winds up to 65 miles per hour. Was a hurricane yesterday, weakened back to tropical storm after passing over the Yucatan, but now that it's out over the open waters in the Gulf, it's likely to re-intensify back into a hurricane. So that's why it's now tropical storm. It's likely going to remain a Category 1 hurricane up to landfall. Right there in the bullseye is New Orleans, southeast Louisiana. All of southeast Louisiana under a hurricane warning as of right now. Then you see it track up to the northeast by Thursday 1 a.m. Still a tropical storm with winds up to 50 miles per hour. Then it really picks up speed. A tropical depression by Thursday afternoon in southwest Virginia, then back into the Atlantic as a tropical storm. So here's an outline of all of the watches and warnings that we have in effect. Again, southeast Louisiana included in that hurricane warning. That means hurricane conditions are likely within the next 48 hours. That includes New Orleans, Slidell, and all of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Farther to the east, tropical storm warnings including everywhere from the Mississippi-Alabama state line, Mobile, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach. You guys are likely to see tropical storm conditions in the next 48 hours. Then that goes to the east towards Pensacola and all the way to Destin. Farther up to the north here in central Alabama, we're just under a tropical storm watch. That means tropical storm conditions are possible within the next 48 hours. That could be updated, of course, so be sure to stay tuned for more updates with that. Then a flash flood watch extending from the Louisiana, Mississippi Gulf Coast all the way up to northwestern Georgia. Downtown Atlanta included in that flash flood watch because they could be picking up anywhere from roughly 3 to 4 inches of rain over the next 2 days. So here's how it's going to be looking with time. You see Zeta coming into view there with our forecast model. Bands of tropical showers coming in by 6 p.m. is when it'll be closing in on landfall just south of New Orleans. So exactly 24 hours from now, storm should be making landfall. By 11 o'clock in the evening, it races through northeast Mississippi, producing a lot of really strong wind gusts, torrential rainfall. Just after midnight, right in the pre-dawn hours, is when it'll be passing through central Alabama. Torrential rainfall, tropical storm force winds all on the board. It's going to be fast, so by 9 a.m. we're basically on the back side of it, and Thursday afternoon the sunshine comes back out. So this will be a really fast-paced storm, and that means the flooding risk won't be necessarily as much of a concern as the risk for downed trees and down power lines. So that being said, here are the wind speeds animated with it. You see Zeta really coming into view there. Really borderline hurricane force winds coming into southeast Louisiana by around 6 o'clock in the evening. After midnight is when we'll start to see our wind speeds really pick up. Here's 3 a.m. up to 39 miles per hour near Clanton, Alex City, seeing 30 miles per hour roughly speaking. 5 a.m. that lifts up to the northeast, Talladega, Anniston. More than likely going to be seeing tropical storm force winds by then. Of course, the gusts could be higher than that, up to 50 miles per hour. Then again, it winds down. By around lunchtime, we're in the clear and it's over with. So that being said, here are those forecast rainfall totals all across the region. You see the most significant rainfall appears to be farther to the northwest, up in southeastern Arkansas. Could be picking up upwards of 6 inches of rain there. Then up into northern Georgia, southeast Tennessee towards Chattanooga. You see another shade of purple there as well. Closer to home, more than likely going to be seeing around 1 to 3 inches of rainfall in total here in central Alabama. And of course, locally, totals could be a little bit higher than that. So here's what you need to do. Make sure you download the CBS 42 Storm Team Weather app on the App Store. Those will be sending out watches and warnings as soon as they're issued right to your phone. And if you have a no-weather radio, make sure it's charged. That'll wake you up in the event of severe weather happening. I don't think tornadoes will be that big of a concern here in central Alabama, but just to be safe, make sure it's charged and make sure your phone's charged in the event of power outages. Make sure you have a way to get those warnings. That's all for now. Be sure to stay tuned for more forecast updates, CBS42.com. Have a great night, everybody.